Second race on the programme, Class 4. We're still at the 1200 metres, though, with three debutants in the field. The field is headed, though, by Victory Scholars. Runner-up to Oriental Smoke last time out. Zach Purton arrived for David Hall from barrier number 3. Easy Snip takes the class drop. Mostly lightly raced horses here, but trust me, we've seen him 47 times in Hong Kong for 5 wins. The debutants, Bundle of Charm for John Size. Great for you, Me Choi. Jack Wynn, actually, not a debutant, but we'll see that run in a moment. It was a good one. Stand Up, the other debutant, Frankie Law. Caris Teaton gets barrier number 14. Double show with the blinkers on for the first time, and down through Regent Glory, Pride of Dragon and Bella Baby, the other one with plenty of experience. He's had 33 starts for his 3 wins to date, Tom.
Righto, we've got All Is Good. He was forward in the firing line early last start. Great for you, sir. Showed a bit of pace in his 12s, and his trials, I should say. Great for you. Easy Snip, another one that's got pace. Trust Me, led last start, Paul. And Happy Soul went forward at his second start.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? And he just might be trapped a little bit wide. Thought all Is Good can get across. This time he didn't get across in his debut run. Victory Scholars, he's probably likely to start favourite. He's got a bit of form on the board. He should get a nice midfield run.
OK, well, it probably might be the difference between that and his last start effort, Tom, when he drew barrier number 10. So it certainly gets easier from barrier 3, doesn't it?
It should do, and he was covering a fair bit of ground last start. In the end, he was no match for the winner, Oriental Smoke, who will go round later on Sunday afternoon. But I thought he stayed on with plenty of merit last start, Paul, and I think even though he's got top weight here, he's got a good draw and Zach Purton on board.
Yeah, so he's probably start favourite, won't he? And he looks one of the major chances. Just a one-time winner from his 8 starts. But look, the horse is going nice. He was no match for the winner here, but it was a nice run from him. And as you say, he's going to get the perfect run. And maybe with the better track conditions that we're expecting, it will suit him as well. OK, what about Double Show, Paul? Hasn't had much racing so far, just the 3 starts, but he's improved with each one. This one's behind Lucky Quality. Yeah, and they're putting blinkers on him for the first time, so I think that's a positive. The shadow row will come off. Lyle Hewitson will take the mount here from barrier number 2. Look, I think he's one of the main chances as well. He's going well. He'll be in the market, and he keeps improving, and the stable's red hot at the moment.
Yeah, hard to get the combination out of the winner's circle, isn't it? I think the blinkers will help him. The shadow rolls coming off. You can see him wearing it in that particular race there. Of course, that's the form race we sort of questioned out of that day with Lucky Quality winning, who hasn't gone on with it since.
OK, all right. Down the straight for the next replay here. Anniversary and Jack Wynn, Tom, who almost runs into the back of them late.
Yeah, well, this was a huge run from Jack Wynn in the end. One start, he was at 80 to 1 here. He's at the rear. He followed the outside rail. He's under a rider, a fair way out. Doesn't really look like he's going to pick up, but then the last sort of 100, 150 metres, Paul, he goes whoosh.
Yeah, it was a really nice run from him. There was a bit of rain around, so I don't know how much that affected him, but as you can see, if he'd got the clear run, he got into the back of Super Axiom there, didn't he? He might have finished in the placings for sure.
So this is just his second start, so that's definitely worth considering. Paul, All Is Good. So we're looking at this from the gates.
Yeah, you look at he's drawn wide, and this is his first start. It was on the all-weather. He trialled really well leading into this, and you can see he was really pushed out. Zach rode him on this occasion, and but he was 4 wide the whole way. You can see Zach was really pushing, trying to get a bit forward, but he had that speed underneath him. He was actually 5 wide here. Going in, and as he settles down, he was wide all the way. Now, as we get into the straight, you can see the horse is still there, and he was almost challenging for the lead there at about 300 metres to go. This was his debut run, so look, he looked like there he was going to run last. He was going to drop right out, but he sort of half-by picked up again, and he ended up running 6 midfield. So I thought it was not a bad run from him. Second up now, his work's been good since. I think he's improved. So look, I've made a case from there at 50 to 1, I think.
Yeah, his trials had been OK leading up. I guess the only concern with his first up run, there was no market support for a Zach Purton mount at all. He was 16 to 1 in the end.
Blake Shin takes over this time round. Of the debutants, Tom, Bundle of Charm. What do we know about him? An all too hard 3-year-old.
He's got 0 gate speed, I can tell you that about Bundle of Charm. He was slow out in his recent trial. He was pushed a little bit late. He's had a right humorous injury since he's been here. He's had 3 trials. He was a Magic Million weanling for $46,000 who went through South Australia with Richard and Chantal Jolly and won a trial at Balaclava and was 3rd at Morfordville, but gate speed's been a big issue. Yeah,
he almost hops up at the start. In 2 of those trials, he's sort of he's done the same thing, and they've been carbon copies of each other, aren't they? So that'll be the worry for me. Just he needs to jump.
OK, he's got barrier 10, so imagine he's going back. What about Great For You, Paul, winning his most recent trial?
Yeah, so he's had 7 trials, Great For You. He's 12, 24 pounds, so he's quite a big horse. He did win this trial. Again, there was a bit of rain around, but he was pushed out a little bit but won it nicely enough. I didn't quite get him in. I want to watch him go around on debut.
Yeah, likewise, he trialled in New Zealand a couple of times, finished second in both of the trials. He's actually a half-brother to Handsome 12, who does race here.
OK, yeah, I quite liked that trial. I thought it was a little bit in that. Victory Scholars, though, Paul's come up as our early favourite.
Yeah, I've got him in as the Quinella horse, but look, he's going to come up quite short, I think. So I'm going to go with this horse having its second start, All Is Good. And he's a massive price. He's over 50 to 1. I don't think he'll start close to that, but fingers crossed he does. He's on top from Victory Scholars. A double show, keeps improving. And Region Glory's only had limited starts as well, 3. And he's another one that's can improve. 5, 1, 11 and 12.
1, 11, 5 and 12 have gone with here at the top. Victory Scholars, David Hall and Zach Purton. Double show with the gear changes, the blinkers going on. All is good. That wasn't the worst of runs, certainly covering ground last start. And Regent Glory, he's gone round at 7s in his last 2. He's had a right full fetlock injury and he's had surgery for that as well. But he had been trialling quite okay before his debut run. He's had 3 trials coming into this at Chung Fa. 1, 11, 5 and 12.
1 and 11, cue for me as well in race number 2, the Class 4 over the 1,200 metres.